4,000. This is the Sports Den with Denny Thompson and James Coleman on 1010XL.
Trevor's not even here yet, and I'm already a little peeved at him.
Man, we just spent a show. Didn't we like him on Friday?
Was that before he apologized?
Or was it just kind of like it was
or
just
before
like,
he
eh?
explained himself?
Oh yeah, this is after.
I don't like that he did that, but I like
Right.
that he's giving money to some local charities.
Oh yeah, but I'm already over that.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't. And by the way, I hadn't even talked about that really, but good job, Dilla. Hacker took to the Twitter world 2 days ago. Trevor. We were just talking about Hacker. I just called Trevor Hacker. Yes, I did. Trevor took to the Twitter world 2 days ago and was talking about, what was it, the ESPN article or SI?
Sports Illustrated.
Yeah, SI. And says it seems as if people are misreading my sentiment, and then goes on. He says, I'm internally motivated. I love football as much or more than anyone. It's a huge priority in my life, obviously. I am driven to be the best I can be and to maximize my potential and to win, all caps, win. Have a lot of confidence in my work ethic. I love to grind and to chase my goals. You can ask anyone who has been in my life. That being said, I am secure in who I am and what I believe. I don't need football to make me feel worthy as a person. Purely love the game and everything that comes with it, the work, the team, the ups and downs. I am a firm believer in the fact that there is a plan for my life, and I'm called to be the best I can be at whatever I'm doing. And ends it with, thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I do too. I'm a big TED Talk fan, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I am, man.
There's some good ones.
Huge TED Talk fan.
Did they even? I haven't seen a new one in a long time.
I just have the app, and so like they'll update it. Anyway,
They don't do the conferences like that no more.
Oh yeah.
Well,
that's
I mean,
the
the
one I'm
pandemic.
talking about.
I mean, even before then, I started kind of.
Can't even say that with a straight face anymore.
You're like the first person that's actually said it the right way. Most of my friends are like calling it everything but like the Ponderosa, the panoramic.
Well, I know you
Like-
guys watched Roll Up Your Sleeves last
Oh,
with Russell
appointment
Wilson.
viewing was Dr. Fauci interviewed.
Man,
You think I watched it?
I'm not watching it. I'm not watching Carlton Banks without Will Smith.
I flipped through it, thought of JJ, and kept flipping. Anyway, back to Trevor real quick. I'm not hating anything Trevor says. Nothing that Trevor says. I'm hating that he addressed it.
No. It was kind of like a fake, you're apologizing for nothing.
Don't explain yourself.
Yeah, I'm with you.
You're the best prospect that's come out in at least a decade. You don't need, if people have a problem with that SI article, they just have a problem. They don't have a problem with you. They just have a problem. These are people who just think that football is the world, is the entire world, and you should be consumed by football 24/7, 365. And how can you say that you're not an underdog or you don't feel like it? That's not your problem, Trevor. Whatever you've done to get to where you are, keep doing it. Like, I assumed all of that about Trevor. And we always talk about on this show, James, about how these guys are more than football.
Right.
And we all know the guys that football doesn't define them. Right? And I'm not talking about like Charlie Ward, Tim Tebow, guys who have done amazing things in the community. I'm talking about there's a lot of these guys that have figured out that
it's about making as much money as you could possibly make in a short amount of time. Like,
it's
you are a
money.
brand.
It's money, and I am more than just a football player.
Right.
Right? Like that, as a Jag fan, you should be happy. Trust me on this. That's the sentiment of your quarterback coming in. Is that, yeah, you know what? I'm really good. I'm going to be the first overall pick. And I would have been the first overall pick the last 3 years. I'm that good. But I'm also more than football. Like, I mean, I can think of helicopter parents who were all football.
People say that, but then they also say, like the first time there's a tragedy, they're always like, where are the football players? Where are the athletes? Where are this? Like, so when people say stick to sports, it's really just I don't like what you're saying or what you're doing. And this is the only kind of semi-intelligent argument that I can have. But, they obviously don't want you to stick to more than football. They just...
Well, that's what they're pulling for you. That's what they're paying to see you play football.
I just said a lot of the stuff that he said was unnecessary. Like, I hope you're a good husband.
The whole thing was all.
I'm saying, like, the first article, I was like, when we did it on Thursday, then on Friday, I kind of said, okay, well, upon this is just too much. Just shut up. Like
Mhm.
just ball. That's
Mhm.
all all we're paying you to do is the ball. Now anything, I'm not telling you to like not have a life, not have a mind or anything, but like I don't need you don't have to do articles explaining yourself.
If you are Zach Wilson and he did this, I'd be like, okay, because nobody knows Zach Wilson. Like, what do you know about Zach Wilson other than he plays at BYU and he had a good pro day?
Headband.
Exactly.
Mormon.
Is he?
It's got to be.
I mean, you don't have to be.
I thought BYU, that's like their thing.
I don't think you have to be, do you? I think you have to do the. I mean, how old is
he is part of Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
well, when's he going to do his 2-year mission?
I mean, if you're the top 5 pick, I'm pretty sure that gets thrown out the window.
Right.
Well, that doesn't seem fair.
They'll make you do it. You'll have to do it as long later on.
I've been to see Book of Mormon.
I mean, can you imagine?
It's in there.
Playing a 15-year career and having $100 million in the bank, and
you want to hear something crazy?
If you're serious about your
you're right.
I'll tell you something crazier than that. So, like, that's going to save people, if that's your belief. If you're a South Korean guy and you're in your 20s, it doesn't matter what you're doing. You have to go serve 2 years in military service. So there's a player for Tottenham Hotspur who's like one of the best players in the world. And he almost had to go serve 2 years. And the reason that he didn't was because their South Korean team won a tournament, like the Asian Cup or something like that. And if they didn't win, they had to go in the military for 2 years.
Wow.
That's pressure.
Wow.
Remember Yao Ming?
Yes.
With China?
Did he have to go? Was he going to have to go? That tall guy, bro?
I know, right?
Whoa. Cannon fodder.
Yeah.
Yeah, at some point they got to be like, you know what? I think he gives away the target.
Right. He
Yeah, put him on a sub.
Doesn't help us. But my point with Zach Wilson is like he didn't grow up in the limelight. You don't know who Zach Wilson is. So if he took to Twitter explaining himself, okay, everybody knows who Trevor is.
I think
he owes nobody nothing.
I just want you to like I just don't want to get the impression that you don't care. But I also want to get the impression that you don't care.
You want to win.
That you want to win. That's what you care about. Like, I don't need you to be over the top. And I've heard other shows, whether it be on this station or other sports outlets, where former players are going and they're talking about these younger generation, these younger guys. And I'm also thinking like, yeah, that's part of the reason why 70% of the people who played back in the day don't remember their names, or take long pauses or stare off into space because they didn't have anything to balance you. I just need him to have some vices. That's all. As long as he's got a few vices, stuff that keeps you balanced.
Fun to do bad things.
Yeah, I just, I'm pro Trevor and everything that the guy's doing.
Well, except for his motion and what you were talking about last.
You left us. Yeah, you left us telling us that he's tremendously flawed.
I did not say he's tremendously.
You're surprised he can even complete a pass.
Is he throwing with the right hand?
Yeah, like after watching Trevor Lawrence,
think about how good he's going to be when he throws with his left hand. Yeah.
Is he blind?
You think? I mean, he got an Adidas deal, right?
Yeah, that was a flaw. Well, I like Adidas. I don't know if I like Adidas for football and for cleats.
Let's see who else is an Adidas NFL person.
Pat Mahomes.
Good enough for me.
Isn't he?
Good enough for me.
Well, Pat Mahomes has 19 dropped interceptions. He's not any good.
Yeah. I mean, if you just got the money he got from Adidas, I don't think you'd have a problem with Adidas.
I mean, how much money did they release it?
They didn't, but we were arguing about this before the show during XL Primetime. I don't think it's going to be like 50 million.
No.
Like Leon was like 50 or 40 million. I don't know about that.
It won't. It won't be Pat Mahomes numbers, but it won't be. It'll be. You know what it'll be comparable to? Probably NBA, top picks, their shoe deals.
Well, not Zion.
A couple mil. Well, Zion has a one that's higher than everybody else's.
That's what I'm saying.
But like
most years,
but most of the guys have
I would agree with that.
What was it? Like a 5-year,
Anthony
$10 million?
Edwards guy that just got drafted number one.
Well, wait a second. Pat Mahomes. Wait, how much did they say it was worth? How much did they claim Trevor Lawrence was worth?
They didn't say.
No, Leon.
Oh, he was thinking maybe 40 or 50 million. And
Yeah,
I'm
Pat
like,
Mahomes is a 4-year deal worth 30.
That's a yeah. No way.
We know it's
probably a
I'm giving
4-year
him 10.
deal.
I'm giving him 10.
I was actually going to say between 10 and 15. Which is still good money.
Absolutely.
But
Really
just ask yourself, as much as you like Trevor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pat probably will make the Cam Newton type cleat that almost all the kids will gravitate toward. Right now, you see kids like just out of college, you see people like just outright buying the T-Laws.
I don't know of an NFL player that has a cleat or shoe that anybody wants to buy.
The T-Law one.
That's why NFL players don't get
If
the
Beckham
money like
if OBJ would
you don't walk around
when
wearing
he came out.
cleats.
Well, no, you obviously want it to be like a team cleat, like the Cam Newtons. I remember when those first came out, being in Ponte Vedra, being an Under Armour school, and all those kids.
No, I know
Cam
what you're saying,
Newtons.
but the reason why
Even
the
though they're
basketball guys
completely
get
irrational shoes.
so much money, I hate Under Armour cleats. But the reason why basketball guys get so much money is because you can wear them, like you wear them, like everybody wears them. If you walk in here with a pair of cleats on, I'm gonna be like, "What are you doing?"
A lot of it's just an apparel. A lot of it's just apparel.
It's just branding.
Yeah, like you wear it for your kid. They wear it to their kid. But see, that's the difference, though. So basketball, you buy LeBron's about $200 shoe, right? On average, most people aren't like me out here, aren't like me trying to get like the hard to find shoes, fighting people and stuff. But that's it. That's where it ends. Like where Trevor Lawrence, or even the Cam Newtons, the Chad Johnson, Chad Ochocinco's, where these guys are doing, they're taking 7-on-7 teams. Mm-hmm. Those 7-on-7 teams have to buy or have to get apparel. It's the best branding that you could possibly do, like you were saying, which strikes you to go buy more. So and then you've got weird parents, not weird. I think I'm normal. When I go buy my son stuff, my son does not have Under Armour gloves, Adidas cleats, and Nike shoes.
That's exactly right.
He buys with whatever we're buying.
Yep.
We're buying everything uniform
There's
to that.
the magic in it.
God.
No, that's the magic in it.
I can't do it.
Take James out of it. You give a high school kid an Under Armour shirt. If you just give him an Under Armour shirt, he's going to go buy
Under Armour
shorts. Like, it's going to happen. If you give him an Adidas shirt, he's going to go buy. He ain't going to buy Under Armour shoes.
Yeah, no.
But if you give him an Adidas shirt, he's going to go buy Adidas
shoes
shorts,
are trash,
Adidas joggers, Adidas shoes. Like, that's the way this whole deal works. So, I mean, I don't know what he got, but good for him for getting it. And then he quickly donated $20,000 to Jacksonville Charities.
He did not donate $20,000 to Jacksonville Charities. He donated, the total is like 31. He donated like 10. Dylan and them raised that money and gave it to him, and then he's, in turn.
I thought he said he was going to put $20,000 of his own money.
I thought Dylan put out a tweet saying it was like $31,000 total after.
Marissa and I will also be donating $20,000 to charities.
Then you know what? I apologize.
Give Trevor his.
Trevor, I'm going to give you every penny credit of what you gave, man. Congrats.
Twitter following count for Trevor Lawrence. Anybody?
727,000.
Okay. James?
300.
Trevor is actually only 184,000.
God, that's so weak.
I know.
Do we even want to draft a guy with no following? Honestly,
brand yourself.
I mean, look at Zach Wilson.
I mean, but you also got
Zach got the whole Mormon.
Zach's got
he got a whole gang.
What do you think Zach Wilson has? I don't know.
We're about to find out.
Yeah, you look at that.
I don't even think he has one.
Can you have one?
Now, Trevor, his Instagram, which is more his age bracket.
That's true.
Is up there.
800K.
Okay. Zach Wilson
doesn't have
a Twitter,
which I like that. Oh yeah, he does.
He does.
He does.
Only
it's
27,500.
Yeah, it's like a weird
at Zach
Capono.
K.A. Pono. Is that his?
Yeah, that's
last
also his
name?
Instagram, and he's got 118,000. While we're at it, I know Mac has shot up, but I don't think he's anywhere near 800.
I have a question about Mac.
Mac's only at 145,000.
Not about Mac specifically, but like a guy that's supposed to be drafted in the first round. Let's just say that. Not a guy like Trevor, top pick, but just in the first round. I know that you have agents that are lending you money, you know, like how much? What can I get before I even get that first paycheck from the NFL?
100 grand, 150.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's pathetic.
You could like your buying power is more than that though. Like it's like you can get whatever Trevor Lawrence wants.
I'm talking about
from the agent.
You're gonna pay that back. So like what happens is this is what.
Okay, well maybe I said it wrong. Not just from an agent, from anyone.
Yeah. So this is what Trevor Lawrence is probably signing more than likely. You know, this part you don't have to pay back. Or if you do pay it on your own, you're negotiating their 3%. You're gonna get your training paid for. Probably gonna get a stipend between $3,000 and $5,000. Probably gonna get a month. Excuse me, $3,000 and $5,000 a month. You're gonna probably get some kind of car service, and you're gonna get your food and your housing paid for. They'll probably float you a line of credit for however much you think is feasible.
But I can't go buy a house before I even.
No, you can probably leverage it. It probably wouldn't be the smartest thing in the world to do.
I don't know if you can leverage that much.
Well, no, you're literally like if you're showing if Trevor
if
you're showing that you're
tomorrow a picture of him at a Ponte Vedra house.
He probably just got 7 figures from Adidas.
So
let's say that he didn't.
So you got that deal, but let's say this: you know you're going to get drafted. You're worth you'll get $500,000. You have reasonable like Trevor Lawrence is different than James Coleman coming out. You have a reason, and then somebody's willing to back it more than likely, like a bank, because you could go You just have to find a sucker that's willing to give you the money more than likely. But to
answer the direct, like
you can get almost whatever you want.
Yeah, but I mean, I think most guys, like their agent or somebody will align for them $50,000 to $100,000 to get them from January to May.
The first thing they're going to do is try to clean your credit up, and they probably will give you what they'll probably more than likely do is get you a card for stuff that they're just not going to.
That's really what I was thinking of. Like, don't you right away want to get a badass whip?
A lot of
like immediately when you get out of college.
During my time when I was coming up, that's what almost everybody got.
Well, yeah, you should.
The whip.
Yeah.
540
on the Lifetime Enclosures text line says Lewis Riddick says Trevor doesn't care about football. Thoughts, fellas? We literally just did the entire first segment.
Well, when did he send that text?
8:17.
Oh, geez.
Oh, which by the way, my gosh, we got a break.
Yeah. See, we didn't have these problems last week.
Well, you weren't here, so like you had to get some stuff off your chest. You were in Arkansas.
I was in Louisiana.
Same thing. It's all
exactly.
Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi. It's all conglomerate. Mississippi, no, Louisiana purchased. You were bought. You were formerly
like
French.
$12.
You were in former French country.
Right. Let's take a break. So sportsden, we'll be right back.
Get in the game.
On one, ready.
With 1010XL, Jacksonville Sports Superstation.
Tired of the same chain lunch spots? Hi, it's Arena with Halas, where we have served Jacksonville since 1974 with fresh eats from the Mideast and Mediterranean. We have the remedy to your lunchtime blues. Shawarma, kibbe, grape leaves, and our famous pita riders offer a healthy take on lunch. Be sure to stop by our market where you can find groceries from all over the world and the best pita in town, baked right here in-house. When life hands you chickpeas, make hummus. Come see us at Halas at 4323 University Boulevard South.
The IRS is in full swing for 2021, and if you owe back taxes, listen carefully. While times are still uncertain, check your eligibility for the Fresh Start programs offered by the IRS to reduce or even eliminate your tax problems. Call our special hotline number to find out in minutes if you qualify for these life-changing debt reduction programs green-lighted by the IRS. If you're in a payment plan with no end in sight, have unfiled tax returns, under audit, have a wage or bank levy, or finally just want to know your options, business or personal, call the experts at Republic Tax Relief and stop collections immediately. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau with a 5-star rating from Yelp, this veteran-owned company has the fight you need to take on the IRS. Don't go at it alone. Call their hotline number now, 800-218-5573. That's 800-218-5573. Check your eligibility for tax debt savings today. Call 800-218-5573 or go to republictaxrelief.com.
Scrubbing soon to a location near you. You know and love the Scrubble Stars at the Town Center, Fleming Island, and Atlantic Beach. Now get ready for 3 new locations scrubbing soon this summer, featuring Kernan, San Jose, and Oakleaf, along with other new surprises coming later this year. Give your car the glitz and glam it deserves at the best car wash in town with free car prep, vacuums, window cleaner, and more. Drive in to see us now and in the future at our Scrubbing Soon locations. Scrubbles, trust the bow tie. You'll know quality once you arrive.
Dear teens out there, like you, I also thought vaping was cool, but I was proven wrong when my life changed entirely, and I realized things aren't always what they seem. I thought vaping wasn't addictive, but after a week, I would get twitchy without it. I thought I was going to have the best year with my cheerleading squad, but it's hard to cheer with just one lung. And I thought vaping wouldn't affect the ones I love, but my mom had to give up everything to take care of me. She watched me begin to die next to her. I know it's hard to think vaping could do all that to a person, but it's better you know the truth before you have to experience it on your own. And if you don't believe me, maybe you should check the scientific facts, especially the ones that says vaping can lead to respiratory damage, because all those painful nights in the hospital can't be erased now, but it could have been avoided if I knew the facts before.
It's time to talk about vaping. Watch Walker's full story and get the facts at thefactsnow.com.
It could get a little warm on the Roof It Right hot seat.
Would you mind not breathing fire on me?
When players and NFL experts join Jaguars today from 10 to noon on 1010XL. Roof It Right. Roof It Right so you can sleep at night.
Hey, Hicken here for my friends at Roof It Right. Look, there is no bigger investment you'll make in your house than getting that right roof when it's time. There are a lot of roofers in this town to choose from, but there's only one I endorse. If you want to protect the investment you've made in your home, call my friends at Roof It Right. Local, trusted, master elite contractor. Roof It Right installs the best products backed by the best warranties. Schedule your estimate today at roofitRightFL.com. That's roofitRightFL.com. Roof It Right so you can sleep at night.
Saving money means even more today with gas prices so much higher now. But if you use the free Get Upside mobile app, you can get up to 25 cents per gallon cash back on every tank. Now with promo code 1010XL, new users can earn an extra 25 cents a gallon, up to 50 cents per gallon on your first tank. But don't just take my word for it. Hear from this guy.
Hey, I'm Matt. I drive a lot, so I fill up about every 3 days. I just searched the Get Upside app for stations with the highest cashback offer, and that's where I stop, take a picture of the receipt, and next day, boom, a little extra money in my account. I just cashed out $46 last month. And I like Get Upside because the company's legit, their reviews are top-notch, and they don't data share or sell any of my personal info. Just sign up on my phone and get cash back for what I'm doing anyway.
Download the free Get Upside mobile app on Apple or Android. Use promo code 1010XL and get an extra 25 cents a gallon on your first fill-up. Get Upside and get cash back every time you buy gas.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist presents Dr. Chris Swanson on the Sports Den. A board-certified orthopedic surgeon specializing in sports medicine, Dr. Swanson has been assistant team physician for the Cincinnati Bengals and Drexel University men's basketball and is the current team physician for several area high schools. Visit se-ortho.com.
Every Monday night, Dr. Swanson joins the Sports Den from Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. You can get to se-ortho.com for all of their information. That's se-ortho.com. Doc, how you doing, man?
Good. How you guys doing?
We are fantastic. You ready for the draft? It's coming, man. It's what, not this Thursday, but next?
Yeah, it's like 10 days out, right?
Sure.
We need some football.
I know.
Well, there is football every Saturday. You just didn't care to watch South Dakota State and North Dakota State. South Dakota State beat North Dakota State. They are now the number 1 ranked team in the tournament, which starts next week, Doc.
Wow. Thank you for that update.
Gotcha.
I am definitely going to sleep better tonight.
He's been waiting to talk to you to tell you that. The draft is coming up, and so I'm assuming like they've already done the whole go to Indy or go to the regional combine thing to get their medical checks and all that kind of stuff. And we're not really hearing any leaks of any information. When you think about years past, we heard about the Miles Jack thing. Like, it seems like every year there's a leak of medical information that comes out of this. We haven't heard anything this year, have we?
Yeah, I haven't really heard anything at all about those physicals. No news.
Yeah. And maybe they should do it, like, away from the combine every year. I mean, seriously, if you want to keep it private, then you don't do it where all the media, like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't
But
go
they
to
don't
one
really
city.
They don't really want to keep it private. They want to make it made for TV.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Doc, couple of injuries. Ronald Acuna Jr., baseball outfielder. James says he has a torn ACL. That's not true.
Basically.
Fake news.
You are fake news.
Close enough.
He has a mild abdominal strain.
Same thing.
He was diving back into first base on a pickoff play and kept like messing with his tummy.
His tummy.
Yeah.
Have you?
And then like all
When
of
a
sudden,
patient walks in, Doc,
my tummy hurts.
Is that?
do you say, "Let's check out that tummy"?
Is that like the official like injury report? Is that he rubbed his tummy?
I mean, maybe he just had spicy Mexican food for lunch.
What is
It certainly wasn't that.
What is an abdominal strain? Like, what does that feel like? I don't think I've ever had one.
Well, you have to have core muscles to have an abdominal.
So there you go. There you go. Mm-hmm.
Womp.
See, I knew that was coming. I knew. I did do sit-ups today. Not really.
How many?
Well, that's another story. We'll get to that another time.
Seems like an
But
easy
see, is
thing
that
to
like
answer.
any other muscle strain? But it seems like it would be more painful, being that you kind of use your core for everything.
Yeah, I mean, it is like any other muscle strain. It's a strain of your core muscles. But you're right. I mean, when you strain your hamstring, you can take it easy. You can sit. You can do less walking. With your core, you're using it constantly, even when you're sitting, when you're up and standing. Those are the ones that hurt if you cough or sneeze, all those kind of things.
How do you know when something like that has healed? Here's what I mean by that. Is that one of those, like, you feel better, but then you still give it another couple of days just to make sure you feel better? Because that seems like something that would be easy to re-injure. Because
I think especially with a baseball player, the swinging motion is putting a lot of stress on your core muscles. So that's when you want to try to have completely healed before you don't get into that cycle of re-injuring it. You need to give that muscle a chance to completely heal.
But as a doctor, do you have to go off on something like that? You have to go off the communication with the player to find out when he's healed. There's nothing that you can see structurally. Is that correct?
Correct. That's not something that you're going to be able to really visually see. I mean, you may be able to kind of palpate or press on it and see if they're still tender, but it's really going to be mostly how are they feeling, how the player or the patient's feeling.
Mm. Who's the basketball player you were talking about?
Jamal Murray. So he just tore his ACL. So like, I'm assuming he won't be ready for October, start of next season.
Yeah, I mean, so it's best case scenario. I think that just happened last week. His best case scenario is mid-October, which would be 6 months. But he's probably looking at more like Christmas time. He'll probably be ready for that Christmas Day game.
Did you see KD?
Did I
thigh
see KD?
contusion? Like he comes back
hurt
and he's
again?
always hurt. Yes.
Goodness gracious. What is a thigh contusion?
I think we all know what a thigh contusion is.
A bruise.
Bruise
Yeah.
to your thigh.
So how long is he going to be out for
Kinda
that?
hurts. It actually hurts.
He's going to be out till the playoffs.
They said that? Oh, okay,
No.
you're joking.
No.
Oh my God.
At this point, like, don't you just
Just
like
sit
What's
sit
so
them into
soft
the
about
playoffs?
these guys is that I believed that.
No, I mean, he very well may be. What is it? 15 games left. I mean,
Yeah.
the
If
Nets
he
are
misses 15 games because of a thigh bruise, dude, there's no hope for this country. Seriously.
Would you be surprised?
for the whole country.
Yes,
I love
we're
that.
done.
I love JJ said that. If Kevin Durant misses 15 games, we're done as a country.
As a society, it's over.
The run is over.
It was
I mean,
a good run. I mean, but all
He's
things
still
must come
cashing
to
those $40 million checks. So, I mean, he'll probably just take it easy till the playoffs, and then he'll be good to go.
I mean, that does sound like it would hurt, though. Like, you ever been, like, kneed in the thigh or something like that?
Ernie Sims hit me right in my thigh right before, like on a Thursday practice. Like, so you got Friday to fly, and then Saturday's the game. I'm talking about my thigh's black.
Ugh.
No,
Yeah, it
yeah, I
hurts.
mean, I think it's a little different. You're talking about taking a helmet to the thigh,
right? But it was
then you can get some really severe contusions there.
Well,
bleeding
I was
in the muscle and everything.
told that I better figure it out.
You better rub some dirt on it.
I was like, Coach, are y'all gonna put me like as like maybe
what you think? You're Kevin Durant?
probable, questionable? Like, Coach, I could barely that thing hurts. Like I can barely walk. So you better figure it out.
Yeah, we don't have playoffs,
and I figured it out. I figured it out.
Doc, did you see the news that Alex Smith was not? I guess the Jags health people were like, nah, that ain't happening. How come he was so good last year and everything was fine, but now all of a sudden nobody wants to sign this guy and he had to retire? Like, are they that scared?
I didn't see any news on the health side of that. I just thought.
Well, that's what Urban said. So Urban came out last week and said that he wanted to bring Alex Smith in here, but the health people for the Jags said no go.
Well, I'm going to ask a stupid question. Hold on, before you answer that, Doc. I'm going to ask stupid questions to the four of us. If you are in the Jags organization and somebody says, hey, we're thinking about signing Alex Smith, what do you think? Without even having to see him, don't you go, no, he has one leg.
But he just played.
I think we've all talked about this. I mean, it's hard to imagine that he even went back out there at all. I mean, him retiring has got to be the best decision that he could make.
He got him to the playoffs.
Well, I mean,
the man wants to keep playing. I mean, geez.
So I mean, he threw 6 touchdowns, 8 picks, bro.
Yes, and
yeah, I mean, no, we're good. We're good. I mean, if you want to hire him,
I wasn't talking about like him being good enough to be here. I was just saying health-wise.
So hire him as a coach.
How come he was good enough health-wise to play 3 months ago, but not now?
Wasn't he already under contract with Washington? So he didn't have to like re-sign anywhere.
Nobody... Oh, so they're like, whatever, it's worth it.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just taking a stab at it. I think if he wasn't under contract with Washington, I don't think Washington would have jumped to sign him.
Okay, you're right.
Point, you know?
I didn't think about it like that.
Like,
they're
just
paying
hire him
him anyway.
Yeah. Come on.
That's been what everybody's been saying is hire him as a quarterback coach. Like I've been seeing media say Jacksonville signed since you don't technically have a quarterbacks coach.
Well,
I don't hate that.
He's passing game coordinator. He's not
Schottenheimer?
listed. He's not listed as quarterbacks coach.
Oh, man,
Doc, what's the difference between a quarterbacks coach and a passing?
That would be news to him, I think.
Coordinator.
I don't know what the
because
difference
the passing coordinator at LSU a couple years ago was actually the guy, and the OC wasn't the guy.
You talking about Joe Brady?
Yeah.
That was a whole weird thing.
Yeah, it was
a really weird thing.
It was almost like the OC was like, "No, I need this title. You're gonna let me keep this title. I don't give a damn." And I'm not.
He's still there. Still Steve Emsinger. He's still there, so he's still getting paid. I don't really know. Sorry, Doc. Go ahead and answer the question. Like, what happened between then and now?
With Alex Smith?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think anything really changed from his health standpoint, from the injuries and everything that he'd gone through. I think it is more, if he was on the open market a year ago, this probably the same thing would have happened.
It's a risk assessment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be the team. You don't really want to be the team that signs him and then something else worse happens.
Would you be liable in any type of way, though? Or it just would be like bad luck?
No, it's just, after seeing what he's gone through, I just don't think anybody really wants to
go down
that road.
You think about Washington. Like, Washington this time last year was thinking, well, we've got Dwayne Haskins. He's in his second year. Like, okay, come on, Alex. Like, you'll be our third guy. And then just a series of things happened that threw him into the game. Like I said,
Washington never intended him. Yeah, they never intended for him to play when the season started.
No. Next thing you know,
Heineke
after Dwayne Haskins decided to have parties in the middle of a pandemic,
which I'm on his side with. He's a grown ass man. It was that he also sucked.
Well,
Let's be real.
I mean, he made his decision knowing he's not very good.
If he just had parties and was good.
Yeah, I mean, look, Deshaun Watson was having a party every night. He still played. Never mind. I'm not going to ask a massage question. It's probably not the best time to ask if Southeast Orthopedic gives massages. But it's probably not y'all don't have like a massage therapy thing, do you?
We don't. No, we did at one point, but we don't have any. I mean, except what you can get at physical therapy, but not like a true massage therapist.
Yeah.
How are you with your hands, Doc?
I don't know how to.
JJ, I don't even know.
No,
like,
I just meant like, is he like a good?
I mean, you good at rubbing people's tummy?
I am hungry right now. My tummy is growling. So when is Acuna going to be back, though? You never answered that. Are we thinking like a week, 2 weeks?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's like a 1 to 2 week type of deal.
Okay.
The diving back into base, it didn't look bad.
He's one of these guys that acts like he's always hurt, man. Like that's the one thing I hate about him. At check swing, he'll act like he got shot by a sniper, and like it's always something with him. He's like a soccer player.
Like a Kevin Durant.
Well, Kevin Durant's just frail. Like his frame is so unnatural, you know, that like of course he's gonna have injuries. Those little spindly legs, dude.
Hey, I got a question for while we got Doc on, because Doc, you're a big basketball guy. I got a question for you and JJ. Would y'all rank Kevin Durant in the top 10 ever?
Yes, probably at the end of his career. He's certainly better than Kobe Bryant was. Would you put Kobe in the top 10, Doc?
Yeah.
So you don't think Kevin Durant's a better player than Kobe?
I don't either.
You guys are so high.
I mean,
I'm sorry. Like,
but that's I'm not comparing to Kobe.
I get that he went to Golden State and everyone hates him and everything, but like as just a pure basketball player, Kevin Durant to me
is he? So he's
way
not
more efficient.
He's not in your top 10 though. Is what I'm asking. I'm not.
I think at the end of his career, he probably will be. At the end of his career, if he stays healthy, if he can get another like 4 or 5 years, yes.
Like that's the big thing, because you would have ranked Kevin Durant higher 3 years ago than you would now, right?
I mean, he's a tremendously gifted natural scorer, maybe one of the most of all time, but not in the top
10. I was just curious. I overheard a conversation.
So
where somebody had him in the top 5.
Whoa,
of all time.
Absolutely not.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah. All right, Doc. Everything good at Southeast? I owe you golf. I owe Doc around the golf.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
What happened? No, you didn't. You texted me.
You guys changed the time on me. Didn't call me, and I didn't get to rub it in. I mean,
what happened? What was the bet?
Gonzaga Baylor.
Gonzaga Baylor.
Oh, that was a beatdown.
Yeah.
Baylor straight up without the point.
So you're saying that not only does he owe you golf, he owes you beer on the golf course.
And he owes me, I think, around a TPC or something.
Whoa, good luck with that.
I mean, if we're going, then we're going somewhere like that. I mean, it's either that or Adventure Landing.
No in between.
Well, there is that place.
There is beer at Adventure Landing.
That's like sort of a half golf course.
Top Golf?
No.
Oh.
The Yard.
The Yard.
Yeah, have you played there yet?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Is it?
It's so
Frangie
fun.
does a show there once a week.
I want to go. It's
really
like, what is it, like 12 holes?
Yeah, I mean, it's like 9 on the front, and then there's like 3 extra ones. And we played 9 holes. It was really fun. You should definitely go check it out. Take Walker.
Oh, I can't take you? That can't count?
Yeah, that doesn't count.
So you're serious? You want 18 holes?
Yes, he wants 18 holes. He's a grown man.
All right, we'll work something out, Doc.
18 quality golf holes, then.
All right, we'll work something out. We'll definitely
2 strokes aside.
Yeah, right. That is Dr. Chris Swanson. Make sure you get to him if you've got knee or shoulder issues at Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, se-ortho.com. They do a ton of things, but what I'm telling you is if it's your knee or your shoulder, then when you call, you ask for Dr. Swanson because he will get you set up. That's who works on my knee. Do the same for you. That's who we send all of our quarterbacks to. That's Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, se-ortho.com. Locations all over town. Make sure you get in there. Doc, we appreciate it, man.
All right, guys. Have a good week.
All righty. You know how what is the saying? He's playing chess, not checkers?
Mm-hmm.
There's a former Jag quarterback playing chess right now.
Nice.
Yes. We'll get to that coming up next.
Get personal with your favorite NFL team.
I'm in man-to-man coverage. You got to try to beat me.
Jaguars Today. With Mike Dempsey and Fat Tony. Weekdays from 10 to noon on 1010XL.
Tobacco-free Florida knows how hard it is to quit nicotine, which is why we offer different quit options to choose from for free, like 24/7 quit coaches available over the phone and free 2-week starter kits of quit aids. We're even experimenting with 80s pop music.
I'm giving you up, giving you up, I'm letting you go, I'm letting you never come back to smoke, never come back to smoke, I'll never come back, I'm giving you up.
Or maybe we'll just stick to the ways we know work. Visit tobaccofreeflorida.com or call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW for free nicotine patches.
Lauren Brooks here for Open Door. If you're thinking about selling your house here on the First Coast, then I highly recommend going to opendoor.com. If you're selling your house and want to know how much you might get for it here in Jacksonville, I definitely recommend checking out Open Door. You'll find out what hundreds of thousands of people already have, including some of my friends, that the easiest way to sell your house is to sell it to Open Door. I saw for myself just how easy it is to answer the questions online, complete a contact-free video walkthrough, and get an offer in just a few steps. If you like that offer, you can sell your house directly to Open Door. You can just skip all the hard parts. You don't have to make repairs yourself or do any prep work or have a ton of showings. You'll know exactly how much you'll get, and you can close whenever you're ready. The best part is you can do it all online. Request your free cash offer at opendoor.com/myoffer. That's opendoor.com/myoffer. Offer eligibility varies. Open Door is represented by Open Door Brokerage Inc., license 0206130 in California, and Open Door Brokerage LLC in its other markets.
Here's your 1010XL First Coast Community Calendar.
Hope Haven believes in children and youth with special needs and abilities and has developed programs to help ensure their success. Find out more about their employment services and internship program at hope-haven.org.
Big Brothers Big Sisters nurtures local kids and strengthens communities. You build positive relationships that have a lasting effect on young people. Get involved at bbbs.org.
Habitat for Humanity helps families build and improve their homes. If you want to build a better Jacksonville, visit habitat.org.
Join Jacksonville's City Rescue Mission to help transform the lives of the homeless and needy. crmjax.org.
First Coast YMCA helps develop Jacksonville's youth. You can help our children find a better future at fcymca.org.
If you're involved with a community event and you'd like us to help spread the word, visit our website to find out how at 1010xl.com.
I'm Julie Harrell. When you've been involved in an accident, a lot of things will be happening. Dealing with the police, filling out accident reports. But as soon as you can, call Harrell & Harrell. You're going to be facing complex medical issues in a world you've never been exposed to. Life has got to go back to normal, but you're not normal. You're hurt. We'll help. It's what we do. Give us a call if you've been in an accident. Harrell & Harrell. Don't settle for less than you deserve.
Offices, Jacksonville. Hey, it's Bert Cannon, Sports Commissioner at the First Coast YMCA. This summer, it's time to rediscover everything we've been missing. At the Y, we're committed to being your home for health and wellness and also a place of community, belonging, and a whole lot of fun in a safe environment. Register now for camp, youth sports, swim lessons, and more. And join the Y for a day of fun activities to celebrate kids being kids on Healthy Kids Day, April 24th. Get details and info at website fcymca.org.
Slacker plumbing.
Yeah, hey, listen, I need a plumber over here right now.
Yeah, well, we don't have any openings for about 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yep.
I was just changing the shower head and the water line broke and it's flooding everywhere.
All right, 1 week.
What if I throw you an extra $100 to come now?
What's the address?
It's 205.
Oh, I guess he changed his mind.
If you've got a leak that can't wait a week, call Roland Reich Plumbing and fix your plumbing problems fast. PlumbingJacksonville.com.
Though no longer little, teens still need a lot of love. Yet teens in foster care have a harder time finding it, as 82% of foster families are home to kids 12 or younger. You can positively impact a teen's life as a foster parent with help from Family Support Services of North Florida. You provide patience, love, and understanding, and Family Support Services will offer specialized training, resources, and a community of support. Take the next step at foster-now.org. That's foster-now.org.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
It is the Sports Den brought to you by ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. make sure you get to an ABC near you. There's probably one not too far from you if you're in the Jacksonville area or anywhere in Florida. Make sure you get to ABC, reach for the good stuff. Stop going to the gas station for your beer and wine. All right,
Went to a
let's do
gas
this the
station
right
last
way.
night. They didn't even have crushed ice in the thing. It was a disaster.
That's unacceptable.
Yeah, really.
Peasants.
Yeah.
I felt like a peasant.
Sonic has such good ice. It's like
How
they
do they
sell.
make it?
They sell bags of ice.
Oh, like in that little shape?
Yeah.
Whoa. How
Yeah.
much is a bag?
I don't know.
And how big is a bag?
I don't know either of those answers. No idea. But go get a bag of ice from Sonic and go get a bunch of beer from ABC. I know ABC sells ice too, but it's probably not crushed ice. Our boy Byron Leftwich. I'm gonna tip my cap to Byron.
Okay.
Byron told reporters Sunday night at an event for Bruce Arians Foundation, I'm telling you guys now, I'm not going to be answering questions about being a head coach all this year. I love it. Like, you really weren't going to get those questions.
You don't think he was going to get questions?
When was the last time you heard did Byron Leftwich ask those questions during a football season?
No, not last year, but toward the end of the season, and then after winning the Super Bowl, there were questions that they asked.
Even if he was, I just love that he did that because it puts it to the forefront.
Right. Bruce actually said he's pissed off that they didn't get those things. So and when you look at what happened after a Super Bowl, who are we talking about all last year should be getting the job when the season's over?
Eric Bieniemy.
So he's saying, I'm letting you guys know off rip, don't Eric Bieniemy.
Oh, I'm not saying
but
that
it does make people now, well, I wasn't going to ask you. Now I got to ask you.
Right. I mean, I guess he was actually asked a question at the event. And so he said, I'm not going to be answering questions like that all year. He says, I'm not trying to leave this group who I have. I enjoy working with this group of men. It's an excellent group of men to come work for every day. I mean, look, the other thing for Byron Leftwich, if we're being real, the best thing for him may be to stay in Tampa until Uncle Bruce leaves.
Which could be soon.
When Tom leaves, right?
He needs
Which could be never.
No, I mean, if he can ride it out, if he can get 3 more years, Uncle Bruce needs to just get unlimited crown. Whenever Tom leaves, just give him unlimited Crown Royal as one of his buyouts and just give him a golf cart. You can come back, but you can't coach.
And he's the guy that's going to stay in Florida.
Oh, without doubt. You see the tan and all this.
I was about to say. He looks amazing down here.
I think Bruce goes to an island somewhere.
Well, this is an island.
No, I think he leaves. I think Passport Island.
I think Bruce is a DR guy?
Oh, absolutely.
He's got another family.
Oh,
he's another family guy.
I did tell you about that, right?
Bet
Speaking of that my buddy does.
I would bet anything that Bruce knows flip flop.
Without a doubt.
They hang in the same circle.
No doubt.
I know he's privy to flip flops wings in El Presidente.
No, just well played, Byron. Well played. I like that, and for that reason, I hope you do become a head coach because you're miles ahead, bro. Love it. The draft is only, what Doc say, 10 days away.
So we'll be off Thursday. So we get 2 days.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
I thought you guys were hosting the draft special.
Never.
I would love that. I'm such a draft.
You'll probably be there.
No, I won't be there. I'm such a draft fan. I don't know why, but I get excited.
It sucks.
Really, you don't like watching
I hate it, bro.
I used to like watching it, but I will say it was more for selfish reasons.
Like
I was
your
afraid.
friends?
No, forget them. I just really did not want to be on somebody's draft tape. That was really the only reason I watched it. Was to make sure, yeah.
You're pretty sure that's not happening now.
Yeah, I'm good now. But I was enjoying watching it, but then the liberal media took it to a next level, and it's the most depressing time for the most happiest time for some of these people's lives.
Who
they don't
has
do it
cancer
to the
in your
WNBA.
family? Tell us.
They didn't do it to the WNBA with the 4 clips that I saw of that. It was all excitement.
Of course.
This, they bring you to your darkest time.
Remember when your homeboy got shot 6 months ago? Dude, what? Yes, of course I
When
remember
you were
that.
chasing your dog into the street and they got ran over by a dump
When
truck.
you were 12.
How did that make you feel?
Yeah.
How did that motivate you for this day?
And there's like Tom Rinaldi. How'd you even get in my living room?
Which is probably an Airbnb. I learned last year. Most of these guys rent an Airbnb for the draft night.
Because we were wondering how some of these guys had such luxurious homes. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's really a great idea. Think about it.
Airbnbs.
But I don't know why. Like, it's one of my favorite nights of the year. Like, every single year, I have the same thing. I'll go home, pizza, whiskey.
I just wish it wasn't so long. They really stretch it.
Yeah, they got the same amount of time to figure out how to get an extra day in. Because remember, these things used to be on Saturday and Sunday.
All the rounds, 7.
Yeah. And now they pushed it out to Friday. And then you had rounds 1 and 2.
Yeah, Thursday.
And now it's Thursday rounds 1. Friday just round 2, right? Or is it 2 and 3?
I think it's 2 and 3.
So they got the same amount of. It's all about the ad buy. They got the same amount of time for the ad buy. They just want to stretch it out.
I hope the Jags use every second of that clock, though.
Well, they're going to for advertising reasons.
Well, they
anyway.
should, because every year they go to commercial on the Jags pick.
We had a guy who is one of the directors for NFL Network's coverage on like Wednesday of last week. And he was like, well, I can promise you we're going to take a commercial right before the pick. That's how it works.
Oh, the first pick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but what think?
Yeah, but the Jags are always like the second and third round. Oh, let's catch up on some picks after the commercial break.
Always. What time do you think pick number 25 will come in at? Let's say the draft starts at 8.
It does start at 8.
It ends at like midnight normally, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet it's.
So 25 is like
it's going to be like 11.
11, yeah.
So Frank's going to have to do a show.
Oh, he's loving it.
Where they do the first pick, boom, it's the Jags. And then they have to stall for the next 3 hours until the Jags pick.
Unless the Jags trade up
to number 4 and get picks, and then they can be done at like 9.
Start playing in the Super Bowl pregame.
Yeah. Get your ring size.
I mean, would Frank would get a ring too, wouldn't he?
Of course.
So would Rick.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they both have just as much to do with winning the Super Bowl as Trevor would.
Of course. Through hard times, you deserve it.
That's true. They've been through way tougher stuff than Trevor has.
Imagine how difficult it is to call games that we don't even want to watch.
Dude, a 1-15 season to do radio for that team?
Try to get excited about a touchdown that brought the score to 31 to
and
10.
You're actually cheering for them to lose because you want the first pick, but you have to be on the radio acting like. And I'm not saying Frank's doing this. I'm just saying
we're saying what we would have been doing.
Yeah. And I'm sure, like, Frank's, of course, a Jaguars fan. Like, of course he wanted him to get the first pick. But he can't be on the radio during a game like, oh, damn it. Minshew just scored a touchdown.
What are you doing?
Listen, I can say this. Tony Vaselli is a friend of mine.
Down to Rick. I don't know. These guys are just stupid. Like, I heard Doug tell him, stop. Doug went down, ran. He actually tried to call a timeout on a live play. I don't know.
I can report that Shad is down here cussing people. I mean, Tony is a friend of mine, but I cannot imagine sitting in a booth with Tony during a 1-15 season.
Tony Baselli, not Tony Khan.
Yeah, Tony Baselli.
I couldn't imagine sitting with Tony Khan.
Well, both.
Well,
I
just didn't want. I
didn't
want the listeners to think you were friends with Tony
AEW is going really well. That's what Tony
Fulham just like officially is getting relegated. Like it this weekend, they got scored on in the 97th minute, and that pretty much sealed their hopes. They're going back down. These guys and their ownership of teams is just AEW is
killing it.
Yep. I heard they had like over 1 million viewers on TNC a couple
They've
nights
got
ago.
Tyson in every other weekend.
Oh, they do.
I was at the stadium the Thursday or Friday before that big event. It was crazy, the 18-wheelers and stuff that were there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's definitely a legit setup.
CBS Sports did a 7-round mock draft where they did every single pick for every single team. That's wow. Like mind-numbing. The breakdown, they give a breakdown for every pick. Trevor Lawrence, number 1, it just says next. That's literally the breakdown. They've got pick number 25, and I'm starting to agree with this sentiment. Caleb Farley. I'm starting to think that we're going to see a heavy run on defense. I think that unless something crazy happens, I think it'll be a D lineman at pick 25. But I think we will see a little bit of a run, and like I said, unless something like somebody crazy drops down that you just can't pass up. They've got the safety from TCU, Trevon Moehrig, at 33. That's what the Jags are taking. And Pat Freiermuth, however you say his name.
Freiermuth.
Whatever. The tight end.
Freiermuth. You better get to know him.
I'll just call him Pat. At 45.
You think your boy can get us in? And need that's the guy from Notre Dame, right?
Freiermuth is from Penn State.
Notre Dame, Penn State. One of them weird schools.
Let's see, round 3. Walker Little, the offensive tackle from Stanford, coming to the Jags. Scrolls. They only have 1 third-round pick, right? Round 4, Dwayne, not D-E Wayne, D' Wayne.
That's the proper way to spell it.
Eskridge, wide receiver from Western Michigan, at pick 106.
Please, no.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
Then they got Marco Wilson going in the 4th round to the 49ers.
That's going to make a lot of Gator fans happy.
The best thing that can happen from Marco is that he gets far, far away. Or he's going to have shoes thrown at him all the time.
Still the funniest.
Round 5, Florida State player coming to Jacksonville.
Don't you dare say Marvin Wilson.
Marvin Wilson, defensive lineman from Florida State at pick 145. The Jags bring him in, and James has left the studio.
He is a good attitude locker room guy. I mean, he's the perfect guy for Herbs. Troublemaker. Powder.
Oh. The Eagles make a big move in round 5.
Janoris Robinson.
Jamie Newman.
Oh.
Wow.
Pick 150.
Shake up the quarterback room.
Anthony Schwartz is at 159. I would love for the Jags to get him. The receiver from Auburn. That dude is so stinking fast. Oh, this is disrespectful. Sean Wade.
Oh.
161. Middle of the 5th round. 2 spots ahead of Tameron Terry.
Oh, man, that is disrespectful.
He's not going to fall that far.
Boy, they got him going.
Buffalo.
And it's Buffalo?
Yeah. There's no way he falls that far.
That might not be the worst thing in the world for him.
Good team, but terrible place to live.
Yeah. And terrible place to land, but, better than not.
Oh, you money-wise for sure.
Oh, man, I didn't have to scroll down. They've got the picks by team. Dadgummit. I did all of that for nothing. Now I got to find the Jags. Okay. So I missed Trey Sermon, running back from Ohio State at 130. Garrett Wallow at 170. Victor. Oh, that's the dude from Duke. Victor Dimukiji. We're going to go with that.
Okay.
At 249. So they go Trevor, Caleb Farley, Trevon Moehrig, Pat, the tight end from Penn State, Walker Little, Dwayne, Eskridge, Trey Sermon, Marvin Wilson, Garrett Wallow, and Victor.
Got Trey Sermon.
Mm-hmm.
No, okay. I like that. A lot of value in that running back room for very little.
Yeah. Yeah. Does that make the Marvin Wilson pick a little better?
No, not at all. No. I'd rather have Janoris Robinson than Marvin Wilson. If you're going to pick a terrible football player from Florida State, Janoris actually has upside. We don't really know what he can do. And he looks like Tarzan.
You really don't like.
Well, Marvin, just
this.
Chris
Rump was the
sometimes he plays like
guy from Duke. My bad. Chris Rump was the guy I like from Duke. I'm trying to see. I wish they broke it down by position. I'm trying to see the quarterback order.
Yes, where's Trey? He had his second pro day today, by the way.
How did he do?
The same way they all did. Good.
Good job.
It goes Trevor, Zach, Mack going 3rd. Dang it. Justin Fields going 7th. Jeez. Oh, you're not going to like this. Trey Lance going 15.
Well, that's just not right.
I don't think that is right either. I'm trying to see who the next quarterback is. I'm just curious. Like, who do y'all think it is? I think Kellen Mond's going to be the 6th one taken.
I've heard a lot of people
Ian
talk about him.
Ian Book is not going to. I wish. Yeah, Kellen Mond at 51 to the Washington football team. Davis Mills at 52 to the Chicago Bears. Florida fans are getting heated now. See where Kyle Trask is. Wow. Kyle Trask picked 98. Be a good place for him, the Saints.
Jamias Winston.
He needs something.
Oh, the safety from Florida State going 108.
Oh God. Black ISIS?
Yeah.
Ham Nasruddin?
Yeah. Yeah. Half y'all's defense is going to get drafted. Yeah, I don't see any other quarterbacks anytime soon. I'm down to round 5, and there hasn't been another quarterback. Round 5 is Jamie Newman. Value pick. For what everybody said was going to be a top 3 pick. But I don't see anybody else. Trevon Grimes at 186? He should have come back, bro. Felipe Franks at 187 going to the ATL. Ian Book, 199. Oh, I like this spot for him, though. Minnesota.
Good workout.
I like that. I'll take that.
You mean you like that?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't see any other quarterbacks. That's about it. 8 o'clock, I do have a 8 o'clock. Oh, Sam Ehlinger. Pick 243. I do have a 8 o'clock that I'll get us started with. 8 o'clock coming up next.
In your car or out of your car.
Get me out of this car.
Take 1010XL with you wherever you go.
We're online and ready.
By downloading our free 1010XL app. Available for all smartphones and tablets.
Hi, I'm professional golfer Russell Knox, and when it came time for me to purchase my home, I was looking for professionals to guide me through the buying process, and I chose Exit Real Estate Gallery. The professionals were enjoyable to work with and made all the transactions very easy, and I would definitely recommend using Exit Real Estate Gallery to purchase your home.
Thanks, Russell. If you're looking to buy or sell your one stop in Jacksonville, Exit Real Estate Gallery. Go online right now at propertyinjax.com.
Saving money means even more today with gas prices so much higher now. But if you use the free Get Upside mobile app, you can get up to 25 cents per gallon cash back on every tank. Now with promo code 1010XL, new users can earn an extra 25 cents a gallon, up to 50 cents per gallon on your first tank. But don't just take my word for it. Hear from this guy.
Hey, I'm Matt. I drive a lot, so I fill up about every 3 days. I just searched the Get Upside app for stations with the highest cashback offer, and that's where I stop, take a picture of the receipt, and next day, boom, a little extra money in my account. I just cashed out $46 last month. And I like Get Upside because the company's legit, their reviews are top-notch, and they don't data share or sell any of my personal info. Just sign up on my phone and get cash back for what I'm doing anyway.
Download the free Get Upside mobile app on Apple or Android. Use promo code 1010XL and get an extra 25 cents a gallon on your first fill-up. Get Upside and get cash back every time you buy gas.
Leon Cersei here. Want to win a signed copy of my new book? Join me in XL Primetime Crew in Yulee at Tire Outlet. Discounts, tons of prizes, and I'll have a signed copy of my book Down the Dam for the first 25 customers. Thursday, April 22nd at Tire Outlet's grand opening in Yulee.
And now, high-flying Jack O with the first pick of the barbecue draft. Jacksonville selects Woody's Barbecue as their #1 selection.
At Woody's Barbecue, it's what we do. Let's eat.
In 1921, U.S. Marine Corps surgeon Dr. Robert McKeever established the first urologic practice in Florida, the McKeever Clinic. I'm Dr. West. 100 years later, we continue to carry on his life's work in providing complete urologic care in Jacksonville. We have 13 board-certified urologists with many areas of expertise to provide the highest level of care for both men and women. Visit McKeeverClinic.com to learn more about how we can help. McKeever Clinic, innovators in urologic care since 1921.
Regain your edge. The board-certified surgeons of OrthoEdge are practicing at St. Vincent's Riverside.
Hi, I'm Dr. Adams. Have you had a sports injury? Or do you have knee, hip, or shoulder pain? Let us at OrthoEdge help you regain your edge. We want you to get back to living your life to its best. We have a patient-focused experience and technology to deliver the results. See one of our physicians today at OrthoEdge. Come over to the cutting edge. OrthoEdge.
Now accepting new patients, visit orthoedge.com.
When you hear Honda, you automatically think safety, quality, value. Now think great deals. Historic interest rates, high trade-in values. Get a great deal during Honda's Dream Garage Spring event at your local Honda dealer. Don't miss it. We're dealing.
When you buy a used Ford, Lincoln, or Mercury part from Rusty Acres, the part is guaranteed, and they'll guide you on how to install it at no charge. For used Ford, Lincoln, and Mercury parts, call Rusty Acres at 786-1777.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach is the best local place to shop for your next new or used firearm. Top brands, no lines, locally owned for 26 years with the best prices. Buy or sell your next firearm at Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jacks Beach.
Scrubbing soon to a location near you. You know and love the Scrubble Stars at the Town Center, Fleming Island, and Atlantic Beach. Now get ready for 3 new locations scrubbing soon this summer, featuring Kernan, San Jose, and Oakley, along with other new surprises coming later this year. Give your car the glitz and glam it deserves at the best car wash in town with free car prep, vacuums, window cleaner, and more. Drive in to see us now and in the future at our Scrubbing Soon locations. Scrubbles, trust the bow tie. You'll know quality once you arrive.
Hotline Jacko here for Hardball Creative. Social distancing isn't so bad after all. The people you don't like can be avoided like the, well, you know.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all. This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
You mad, bro?
1010XL 92.5 FM. Join us in the Sports Den. Call or text 641-1010.
Open up your heart and let that hate out.
Gotta let it breathe. Each and every day, we allow you to open up your heart and let your hate out on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures, 641-1010, 904-641-1010. Hate a Glock as opposed to Hate a Clock, brought to you by Green Acres Sporting Goods. GreenAcreSporting.com off of Normandy Boulevard. They've got $50 concealed carry classes Monday through Saturday. If you go through GreenAcreSporting.com, you can see whenever they are. Mention the Den. You get 10% off of accessories, not guns or ammo. But guess what they have plenty of? Ammo. A lot of people are saying that they're out of ammo. They've got plenty of ammo. Go with caution. Don't go when you're angry. But when you've cooled down, go there. Support the new sponsor of Hate a Glock. Brought to you by... They got a special... I don't know if I'm saying this right, but they have a special AR-style semi-automatic shotgun 12-gauge for $599.
Dope. Really?
So dope.
It's normally $799. That's what the value is. Hey, you heard it from me. And they got other
I need to run
stuff.
by. I legit need to
I'm going by
there.
tomorrow to go
Are
hang
you?
out. Well, I mean, I was going by anyway. But I'm
told us to tell
legit
you that
going by tomorrow.
They
now.
told us to tell you, Denny, when you were not here, that they do have stun guns, and we
They
know
do.
how you feel about
They
that.
got tasers. They wanted to.
Tasers, huh?
Originally, when we made our joke months ago.
Right. Yeah.
Way
That was
way
before
long
tasers were in the
ago.
news.
Like they were just like they wanted to come in and show you what life is about with the
I don't want to be
stun gun.
tased.
Well, no, like
I never said that.
they wanted you to see what it was like not see what the taste like whole one. You said you wanted one, and they wanted to sell you one.
You don't have to get tased to buy a taser.
That's just the way he said that. He said they wanted to come in and show you what it's
make
about.
it seem like that you were like going to be tested on.
Like middle of the sentence, they're just gonna hit me with the taser.
Yeah, just like,
You still want it?
you still want that gun? Oh man,
I do need to get by there though. You going by tomorrow?
Yeah, we'll go by tomorrow. Oh Jesus,
You all right?
yeah, man. Let me get some, now. Can we get a coffee sponsor? Yeah.
What happened to our alcoholic
Green Acres.
coffee guy?
Oh yeah.
That used
the
to be
COVID.
so dope.
I'll go try to reach out. I got to try to remember who he
You
was.
would
I
think that
love
the COVID
that.
would have helped their business.
Who knows, man?
Huh. Here's my hate o'clock.
Okay, go ahead.
I need to be careful with this because I don't want to sound. Okay, so I was listening to y'all's show on Friday night.
Oh, he's critiquing us with the 8 o'clock.
One thing, it was great. It actually kept me very entertained. Very entertained.
Let's take a break.
However,
setting us up for the fall.
However, I believe there was a guest in here.
Yeah,
I'm not entirely sure.
Couldn't tell
because I don't know who it was.
Right.
Like I heard my man like in the first segment before you even introduced him say something, and then I think he said something about the Jags with about 15 minutes left in the show.
No, he talked about excuse the Duval on me with about 5 minutes left in the show. That was something.
If you two want to host your own show,
it's not. Well, no. It's double dutch. You got to get in there. Like that's what our show is. Yeah. He got to get some more leadership reps. And like, because I was thinking the same thing. I was like, yo, my man Monroe like knows a lot about sports and he could talk. He just wasn't really like.
Unfortunately, we don't talk about sports on this show.
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah. Facts. That part too. But like, he got to jump. You got to jump in. A great example of now I can't think of my guy.
What was his name?
Moreau's what's his last name? That's great. Great question. Cap One is his nickname. We're just gonna go with Cap One. Cap One is what it goes called by. Great. Check out the magazine. Excuse the Duval and me. It's a great magazine. Great YouTube podcast. Whatever you call it.
Name.
Yeah, and it's very extra Duval.
Okay.
So like go support that. I think he said Potter's House has Soulful Bistro has some stuff in different places around town. But Marvin Bracey, when Marvin came in, Marvin, we had to interview Marvin first,
right,
for Marvin to feel comfortable. And so I guess if I could have done it all over again, I would have interviewed my man Cap.
Well, no, it's just funny because me and Angie and Walker were listening.
Mm-hmm.
So we listened on SoundCloud. And Angie was like, hey, who does he have in? I'm like, I don't know. In this first segment, because I heard him say something.
Right.
And then you said, second segment, I'm introducing.
And I did. JJ made me introduce him.
So
he like kind of forced me, like, who the hell is this guy, James?
Like, I was wondering as well.
An hour later, Angie said, who's in with him again? I'm like, you know what, baby? I still don't know.
We didn't say. Now, one thing we would have been critiqued by a lot is that we did not introduce who he was enough times, and he's not known enough to be able to not do that. So.
Well, I personally would have liked to invite him back in.
Danny's point was that we talked too much, and we didn't let him talk.
No, that's not exactly my point. Because here's
like,
no, because
you're supposed to jump in and add to it.
No, honestly, like I think you two do a good show, like just together.
Right. I was gonna originally, so I had the notes that the brain gave me. Were all made.
Where is Rain Man?
I don't know. I wasn't here Friday. Wasn't here. And Miles is still in. Got Miami shot.
So Rain Man's missing.
Which
we don't know what happened to
good
Cody
Miami
on the text
stories.
line. Cody's going missing on the text line.
But Cody wasn't here on Friday. Cody was here Friday though, right? Texting on Friday.
I'm not sure.
Dom showed up on Thursday.
Oh, that's nice of him. In full suit?
Nah, it was like weird because he didn't look like Dom.
Oh.
But he has like his hair and that bun thing.
Mm.
But
he's got a hate o'clock. Dom does.
Okay.
He says my hate o'clock is Facebook ads.
Mm-hmm.
I purchased a scooter recently to start my scooter gang, and now I get 100 scooter ads a day.
That's how it works.
I've already bought one. Stop. I personally like the targeted ads. Like one night we were talking, Angie and I were like, we need to get the house pressure wash.
And then you saw him.
And I saw pressure wash, and I called it.
This is why I was like, oh, they're going to chip. Like, dude, they know everything.
I want them to
they know everything about
it's too late.
Yeah, I want them to know. Like that way I can get customized ads. Yeah. Like it's like the yellow pages interactively.
I went to dinner at the Agave whatever Friday night. So I put it in my phone so we could find it. And I'm not joking. That night I had a YouTube ad that was all in Spanish.
Because when you go, it's Spanish.
Oh, it was dope.
They're
too.
authentic. They're not no fakers.
So
they're
good.
straight Mexican.
It was
straight
so
man.
good.
Love it. Can't wait till tomorrow.
I got some sopas.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
912 points out, we also don't have the creepy guy taking pictures.
That's
Miles.
That's Miles. Miles was in Miami.
Yes. And he's not creepy. It'll be easy. Do y'all have any hate o'clocks or hate o'clocks?
I thought you had one.
I just
That
gave
was
it to you.
his hated gloss.
Oh, it was us being terrible. Oh, okay.
Basically, us the show sucking.
I thought we'd get canceled.
I mean, it could have gone either way with some of the stuff. JJ did bail me out a couple times. Gave me some better options.
Speaking of our guest, oh, that's funny. So I made a joke about sick kids, and he didn't like it, and I was like, oh man. So I'm gonna have to like tone down here maybe, because I didn't want like our guest to be offended by me.
Oh no,
It's like, dude, it's just sick kids, bro.
JJ asked JJ asked a phenomenal question. Like I got asked that question. You have no idea.
Oh, when you were
how
on
many
location.
times I got asked that question that day alone, JJ.
Can I laugh here? I don't even know what you're talking about.
JJ asked. He's like, since Denny's not here and you're in public, will you tone it down?
I said, do you self-censor? Like, because you're on location, there's people. Like, it's different when you're just talking into a mic and you say heinous things. But, like, when you say heinous things into a mic and there's people sitting around you eating dinner.
I can answer that for James. Yes, James absolutely is more.
I love that attitude.
Like, I want to see their face. I can see the reaction and know, oh, okay.
See, that's how I know you
now.
are a great football player. The crowd, it's, you know, it riles you up.
He says something and then
I'm like, boo, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Like, I don't just play to an empty stadium. I went to Florida State.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, now they play to an
That's
empty
true.
stadium, but like when I was there, it was 85.
You guys might not
Rockford.
remember this.
Like, oh man, what was my 8 o'clock?
The Super League, European Super League.
Sure, sure. I don't know what that is. I'm assuming that's soccer, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was just a joke.
I mean, it was all over.
Yeah, I know.
Twitter today.
The Super League soccer.
It's a mess. I don't even want to get into it. And it's not even official.
Is it like?
It would be like if the Cowboys, the Giants, the Steelers, the Packers were like, wait, so everybody watches us, but nobody watches the Jags, but we have to split TV money with them? We're going to go do our own thing.
Oh,
yeah.
So they basically they split the Super
and
League.
then and so now it's like a staring match between the NFL and these big clubs, and they're like, or big teams, as you would say over here. And it's like, who's going to move first? So there's a lot to it. I don't even want to get into it.
Hey, speaking of, and if we need to hold this over to the next segment, we
do.
can. We do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I want to have a segment where we talk to people who have told us for years that they could watch football year round.
They're liars.
They are such liars. I want to get into that coming up next.
Together, we chomp.
Pretty well hit. Back to the track, to the wall. Bye baseball.
Catch Florida baseball in action on the diamond all season long. Right here on your home for Gators baseball. 1010XL.
It's the Gators and JU Dolphins. Tuesday night at 7 on 1010 AM.
The IRS is in full swing for 2021, and if you owe back taxes, listen carefully. While times are still uncertain, check your eligibility for the Fresh Start programs offered by the IRS to reduce or even eliminate your tax problems. Call our special hotline number to find out in minutes if you qualify for these life-changing debt reduction programs green-lighted by the IRS. If you're in a payment plan with no end in sight, have unfiled tax returns, under audit, have a wage or bank levy, or finally just want to know your options, business or personal, call the experts at Republic Tax Relief and stop collections immediately. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau with a 5-star rating from Yelp, this veteran-owned company has the fight you need to take on the IRS. Don't go at it alone. Call their hotline number now, 800-218-5573. That's 800-218-5573. Check your eligibility for tax debt savings today. Call 800-218-5573 or go to republictaxrelief.com.
Tobacco-free Florida knows how hard it is to quit nicotine, which is why we offer different quit options to choose from for free, like 24/7 quit coaches available over the phone, free online resources, and free 2-week starter kits of quit aids. We're even experimenting with 80s pop music.
You know it's time, no more cigarettes and you'll be fine. A full commitment to quit is the plan. Time to get the pep out your head. It's the perfect time for you to quit and say, I'm giving you up, giving you up, giving you up. I'm letting you go, I'm letting you never come back to smoke. Never come back to smoke. I'll never come back. I'm giving you up, giving you up, giving you up. I'm letting you go, I'm letting you never come back to smoke. I'll never come back to smoke. Never coming back.
the singing. Are we 100% on that, or you're not going to use it? Good. Maybe we'll just stick to the ways we know work. Visit tobaccofreeflorida.com or call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW for free nicotine patches.
Hi, everyone. I'm Miss America 2020 Camille Schreier. Join me in support of the DEA's National Prescription Drug Take Back Day, Saturday, April 24th. Please get rid of the unused or expired prescriptions in your medicine cabinet. They could end up lost, stolen, or simply misused. Protect your family and our communities, and let's all keep prescription drugs out of the wrong hands. Keep them safe, clean them out, take them back. Find a collection site near you at deatakeback.com. That's deatakeback.com.
Save an extra 20% now at Diamonds Direct. Our first store-wide spring sale in 2 years is happening now through Saturday. They're breaking all the rules for this. Huge savings on all designer and diamond fashion jewelry. Rings, earrings, bands, bracelets, thousands of engagement rings. Shop online or in-store and take advantage of the biggest sale since 2019. All new and designer jewelry has been flown in for this. A multi-million-dollar selection with 20% savings. Don't miss this. Now through Saturday at 7 p.m. Only at Diamonds Direct. Off Town Center Parkway next to the Hyatt.
Stay connected to Gainesville with the Florida Gator Report with Lauren Brooks.
Go, Gators!
Brought to you by Darley's Plumbing, where quality counts. Get your Gators on 1010XL, home of the Florida Gators.
Your job, should you choose to accept, boils down to one simple question. Can you get the beer there on time?
Yes!
If you're the one for the job, then you need to apply now at North Florida Sales, the local Anheuser-Busch distributor committed to getting the beer to all those that enjoy it. North Florida Sales is hiring, and you can apply at nfsinfo.com. Great pay and benefits, and you're working for a company that's tops in the industry. Join us for a job fair April 21st when we do XL Primetime at North Florida Sales, equal opportunity employer.
If you're a skilled plumber and you're looking for a career that provides competitive pay and great benefits at no cost to you, Local 234 Plumbers, Pipe Fitters, and HVAC Technicians is looking for you now. Just being a part of Local 234 means that you're joining an organization with thousands of members that have the same goal as you, to get the job done right. Visit UA234.com to send your resume today. Local 234, make the right connection.
Pick in here, there are some great reasons to play in this year's Habitat for Humanity Builders Classic Golf Tournament presented by Larry and Nancy Wong at Jacksonville Golf and Country Club May 3rd. How about a chance to shoot for $1 million? Hole-in-one contests for a GMC Canyon from Nimnik Buick GMC, a 3-year lease on a Fields Automotive Land Rover, and a Pebble Beach golf trip for 2. Learn more about sponsorships and registrations for a great cause. Go to beacheshabitat.org/Builders Classic.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
It is a Sports Den brought to you by thehumidor.com. Make sure you get to thehumidor.com for all of your cigar needs. Ton of cigars, huge selection of cigars, low prices, but you're going to get 20% off if you type in Sports Den, all lowercase, all one word when you check out. That's thehumidor.com. Smoke a cigar while you're outside shooting your gun from Green Acres. It's the life.
Man, that's... Mm-hmm. Do they have gun
ranges?
No,
allow smoke?
I know gun ranges.
Yes,
yes, you can't smoke on the outdoor ranges. I was gonna say gun/golf ranges, like
yes.
So I could do
So there's a place in St. Augustine that's like it's a golf course for skeet shooting. It's like you go to different.
Okay.
Me and Dr. Capasso went there. Cool. Yeah, he's got a whole setup there. He's good though, really good. Make sure you get to thehumidor.com. That was the whole point of it. Before I get to JJ messing with my Instagram algorithm with the stuff he's got me searching, only fangirls.
You'll be getting a lot of weird things popping up on here.
Yeah. We've heard people for years talk about, I'll watch any football. Any football is better than no football. I'll watch football year round. You guys have proven you won't. This is the third consecutive spring season that there's been football on. The two previous ones went bankrupt, like before they even got halfway through their first season. JJ pointed out that is it the FCS
Yeah.
playoffs
Correct.
start this week? When he pointed that out, I would guarantee that 90% of you had no idea that was the case.
People stopped talking about
I haven't watched
HBCUs after Deion took 3 consecutive L's, and nobody's
Did
discussed
he?
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
my
And
God.
they were glorious.
So I'm curious about that, though, because
Like as in beatdown?
Oh, yeah. One was close,
jeez.
and the other ones were just love it. Love it. Love it.
I'm curious about even that, though. How many people do you think actually watched the game?
From a cross section of big, I don't know, but it was talked about a lot on social media the first half of the season. So,
but was it talked about Deion, or you think people
it
actually
was more
watched
so
it?
because of Deion. They were watching Deion, and then
So you
they
think
watched,
they actually did view it?
Yeah, and then they watched. I want to say it was Southern was the one that was closer.
So how come he had to forfeit a game on Saturday?
I thought he forfeited or they just lost.
I don't know. Google says forfeited against Alcorn State. Maybe Alcorn forfeited.
Yeah, I don't think Alcorn's playing.
But the last game they played was the 10th.
Yeah, I don't think
they lost to Alabama A&M 52-43, and before that they lost to Southern by 20. And before that they lost to Alabama State.
It was Alabama State that was
By a
where the guy was actually like very humble in his approach to how they won. The other coaches were like, "Bump this guy. I don't care." I'm like, no, but yeah, it was. I think it was Deion was the draw and the attraction. I'm going to have a write up on fifth quarter about some interesting rumors that I'm hearing about HBCU football and the way that they're approaching marketing and obviously football in the next coming years. That should be pretty interesting. But yeah, you're right. Like people don't care about people care about FBS and NFL football, and they don't necessarily care about the sport because if they did, they would be more. Like you said, there would be more people watching these games, but more people probably watch people talking pro days right now than they did.
No doubt.
Than they did these other things.
No doubt. Many millions times more people.
912 said probably brought up something that probably is pretty true. Because when you think about a lot of these people are watching pro days because it's their school. People watch their team or their school more than they would.
Well, I know, but
else.
I know that. Like if Florida was playing now, I'd watch Florida. If Florida State was playing now, I'd watch Florida State. If Georgia Tech, any of those, I got that. But I'm talking specifically to the people who say football's king. I'd watch football, any football, year round. Because there were a ton of those. It's literally what the Alliance and the XFL was banking on when they formed their league.
They thought you guys were telling the truth.
Right. And you obviously aren't. I think that people, for the most part, are creatures of habit. Like you get into a habit of this time of year I do this time of year I do that. That's the reason.
And you watch what you care about. You don't care about these games. I'm sorry. I don't care how big of a football as a sport fan you are. If there's nothing riding on it, if you don't have even if you're watching a random SEC game on a Saturday, you have teams that you historically hate or teams that you historically like. So like in almost every matchup you watch on TV, you have a rooting interest. You know, whether you even believe it or not, you do. In these games, you don't give a damn. You know, I guess if you're James, you're cheering against Jackson State, but besides that, you really don't care. So it's hard to watch a game that you literally don't give any crap about.
I read an article. This was probably a month or two ago, so I don't remember where it was at. But it was talking about people's viewing habits and like how COVID changed that because so many things stopped being filmed. And so your favorite show that normally would come on in the fall didn't, right? And they were talking about like these habits, and that's the reason why strikes hurt sports leagues so much.
Because you don't watch it for a year and you're like,
you kind of forget about it. You realize that I don't have to have this to live, right? Like it's not like when we were talking about COVID, all we could talk about because we're so football passionate. This time last year, literally all we were talking about is there going to be a football season, right? What if there wasn't a football? We'd still be here. And I think they would have lost a lot of short-term and long-term viewers. And I think they knew that. So, James, when you were talking about there's no way they're not going to play, like that's kind of the thought behind it is we can't get people out of their habits.
Right. I mean, but you can.
It's the reason why the NBA playoffs ratings were so bad. Nobody watches NBA playoffs in whenever they played it. What was it, October?
And like you said, people weren't used to watching sports. They had zoned out. They'd been, a lot of people
Netflix.
canceled their cable.
Yeah.
Like I did.
I also think that they just haven't figured out the new way that people consume it. One thing I do know about these networks, they're not redoing contracts for failing enterprises. Like they're upping it. So you can see, like, I think one of their biggest things is you can see, like, social media is really the barometer that a lot of these people are paying for. And even when they're not playing, people are talking about them not playing, or they're talking about them. And so that's free advertising. That's when it comes to all of that. But I think you brought up something, like something has to happen when you do go on a strike. Something big has to happen. The NFL having a season while everybody else wasn't having during its normal time was not really the big thing, and it not being really bad. It was actually a pretty good season. But like when baseball did their strike, what kind of got some people back into it was when they were with not Barry Bonds. First it was Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire having their big summer. Then Barry Bonds after that, and then all these guys have, like, Chicks Dig the Long Ball was the mark. They were able to do this really good marketing and kind of pull people back in a little bit. Still nowhere near as big as it was before. NBA with their shortened season, like, they had to beg Jordan to come back basically after that, wasn't it? It was that too.
By the way, Barry Bonds. Did you read the story about him as a hitting coach?
No.
What a disaster that was.
Wasn't he with the Marlins?
I couldn't.
They said he was falling asleep during games.
But he's Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
coaching.
Exactly.
Like, people.
How can you act like a guy's gonna relate? How can you teach a guy who's so lesser than?
Oh no, no doubt.
It's not even just his hand-eye coordination is so elite.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not fair for him to teach you how to do, because I can't teach you how to do this. This is just this. And like, I just like how his head is so much smaller.
Yeah, everything about him shrunk back.
That's just so weird to me. Like, I thought, I'm jealous because, like, my head's just massive no matter what. Like, but like his head just went from, like, my size to like normal. Like, is that how steroids works?
I guess.
Like, I thought, like,
how much
did
was
his
he
brain
taking?
shrink?
So much.
Like,
bro.
it was like,
and his voice he got so effeminate.
Well, didn't he always have, like,
yeah,
a little,
but not
like
I mean, it was.
Because I think some of those guys, like,
they say his hat size grew like 3 times in his career.
One
like,
of the
dude,
things that I
your
learned
hat doesn't grow.
from being around mutants is that when the body is overdeveloped, something is lacking, whether it's the mind or the voice. Like, my boy Cam Wembley, his mind's gone too, but his voice, very unique voice. Ernie Sims. Ernie Sims' voice is really.
Is Cam the one that came to your house during
Cam
the hurricane and left when?
I should have known then.
What?
Did I tell you about the last hurricane we had?
This was the funniest thing,
JJ.
man. I was witness. I was there. I was
JJ,
over there.
there are bonds that happen in everybody's life. Like, people deploy with the unit and they become friends. And
right.
The guys who are in
BFF.
your recruiting class, like, you always, like, you know them. Like, I can recognize Buster Davis from 2 miles away by the way he walks. It's just I can hear their voice. Brings these emotions. I legit hadn't talked to Cam since 2006. Was it like 2017? It was 2018.
Yeah, one of those. Yeah.
Like, I legit hadn't talked to him in almost over a decade and some time. And he picks up the phone and says, "Hey, man, I'm in Jacksonville. Like, can I
this
come
was
by
like
your house?"
the night of a hurricane.
A hurricane is coming
into
to us.
Into Tampa. Remember?
Yeah, it's coming into Tampa and it's supposed to swim. I'm like, yes, please come get shelter. Do whatever you need to do. Come to the house. We vibing, we talking. He's like, yeah, I figure the hurricane is hitting Tampa. If I go the opposite direction of the hurricane, then I'll be safe.
But into it.
But so.
But guess what? He was right.
Wait, have you heard from him since?
No, I've heard from him
Oh,
since.
I was gonna say nothing.
Nah,
I mean, my man, it was 11 o'clock at night. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna head on out. And I'm like, where are you going? Orlando. I'm gonna go to Orlando.
Yeah.
We're like, what?
Yes, but like he's
Oh,
taking.
while he was here, he left.
He left.
Oh
He's
my
taking
God.
To go
pictures.
towards the hurricane.
He's taking pictures of him driving down 95, right?
Nobody.
Everybody, it's bumper to bumper traffic coming up. And he's just going there, and it's just like, he's like, him and his dog. It's like, I Am Legend. So I should have known that it was something like things were shaking a little bit in his head because there's been some things that he's communicated with me on that are just, I'm not going to put them on radio, but just some of my teammates and some of my friends, he's had convos that we're like, yo, is Cam all right? Like, you know how I feel about CTE, but there are a couple of people who I believe the CTE is flourishing in. And y'all just pray for my teammate. Yeah, he's a good guy. Just CTE, just his brain's a little shook up.
All right, we
have Jameis Winston Jameis Winston is becoming self-aware.
Well, that's a tease right there. We will come back with Jameis Winston.
The robot is becoming self-aware.
Jameis Winston news, and then a little bit of Deshaun Watson news as well. We'll do that coming up next.
How dare you talk to me in that fashion? Who are you?
1010XL.
Oh, yes, I've heard of you. They say you're pretty handy with a sword. Let's find out.
92.5 FM.
The Truck Accident Law Firm is a national truck crash law firm based right here in Jacksonville, focused on making First Coast roads safer through zealous advocacy for families of those injured or killed by unsafe trucking. The Truck Accident Law Firm focuses exclusively on tractor trailer, bus, and commercial vehicle crashes. If someone you know is involved in a serious crash with a tractor trailer or commercial vehicle, contact your local truck crash specialists at truckcrashlaw.com. Non-attorney spokesperson.
Hey, it's Bert Cannon, Sports Commissioner at the First Coast YMCA. This summer, it's time to rediscover everything we've been missing. At the Y, we're committed to being your home for health and wellness, and also a place of community, belonging, and a whole lot of fun in a safe environment. Register now for camp, youth sports, swim lessons, and more. And join the Y for a day of fun activities to celebrate kids being kids on Healthy Kids Day, April 24th. Get details and info at website fcymca.org.
Mike Dempsey here. Folks, if you want a great meal for on the go, you got to try the Steakhouse Burger from Dandy Foods. I'm talking about a quarter-pound patty of 100% beef, provolone and Monterey Jack cheese, pickles, and a special sauce they whip up for a unique, flavorful kick. And it comes on fresh baked brioche and checks in at over a half pound of juicy goodness. So the next time you're on the go, stop into a Circle K and make yours a Dandy Steakhouse Burger, and do it today.
It's Fenwick Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing's flash sale. For a limited time, you get your full system tune-up, and you get to name the price you pay. That's right. You name your price on Fenwick's professional 21-point tune-up. Restore your system to factory fresh condition today. Plus, get up to a pound of refrigerant absolutely free. This limited time flash sale is over on April 23rd. So call now or visit FenwickHomeservices.com/nameyourprice.
Golfers, tee it up this year at Edwin Watts Golf Shops with the hottest new arrivals from Titleist. Introducing the new Titleist TSI family of drivers. The new TSI drivers are faster in the air, longer off the tee, and straighter down the fairway. 4 drivers give you maximum performance for any type of dedicated golfer. Swing by Edwin Watts Golf Shops and get custom fit today. Edwin Watts Golf Shops, home of the 90-day satisfaction guarantee, and shop us online at worldwidegolfshops.com.
Join the Frangie Show Wednesday 3 to 6 at the brand new 904 Sports Bar and Grill. Enjoy 2-for-1 well drinks, happy hour specials, a unique grill menu, and a shaded outdoor patio. Wednesday at 904 Sports Bar and Grill on Bay Meadows.
Looking to be your own boss in a proven business model like construction and working outdoors? Superior Fence and Rail is franchising in new markets all over the Southeast, from Birmingham to Savannah, and even a few more markets in Florida. Come win with us and redefine the fence industry. So get off the fence and call Superior Fence and Rail to learn more about starting a fence franchise today.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
He's number 55.
I don't care who you're playing in this league.
Mac in the middle. Down the seams. Tom McManus.
From the Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Studios.
Fridays on Jaguars Today. Brought to you by McGowan's Heating and Air Conditioning on 1010XL.
Are you suffering from shoulder pain? If you have clicking and popping in the shoulder joint, persistent pain that intensifies with use, an inability to lift your arm over your head, or a tingling, burning sensation in the shoulder, elbow, or wrist, waiting to see a doctor could make your injury worse. Baptist Health and Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute have innovative and effective treatment options available right now to relieve your pain and restore your mobility. Don't wait. Call 904-JOI-2000.
In 1921, U.S. Marine Corps surgeon Dr. Robert McKeever established the first urologic practice in Florida, the McKeever Clinic. I'm Dr. West. 100 years later, we continue to carry on his life's work in providing complete urologic care in Jacksonville. We have 13 board-certified urologists with many areas of expertise to provide the highest level of care for both men and women. Visit McKeeverClinic.com to learn more about how we can help. McKeever Clinic, innovators in urologic care since 1921.
Spring is here, and with longer days and beautiful weather, there's no better time to get out and enjoy this great game of golf. Book your tee time at Hidden Hills Golf Club by calling us at 620-0910 or visiting our website, hiddenhillsgc.com.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
It is a Sports Den. Make sure you get to Green Acres. Right? Green Acres.
Yeah.
We're going to give them extra. I mean, we've been asking for a 8 o'clock sponsor
I'm
forever.
cool with it. Like, they're mad. They're more excited than us right now. I'm like,
Well, then y'all really need to get to Green Acres.
I mean, like, we talked on Friday. I teased it on Friday. He's texting me Saturday and Sunday like, yo, we doing this. Let's go. And I'm like, hey.
Hey, I mean, y'all tell us how much you love the show, right? We get texts, we get like DMs, we get stuff on Twitter. If you really love the show, then go to Green Acres and go to ABC and go to thehumidor.com.
It's really simple. Or just cut a check and advertise.
Right.
Or just bringing us cash.
Yeah,
also works.
That works too. What was our
Jameis?
Jameis?
So
Jemias?
I wasn't ready.
Come on, man.
I did it for you.
It's Monday.
Jemias Winston.
Yeah, it is. I'm lacking. Okay. So what camp is this? Jameis Winston is at a football camp, and this is like the most down-to-earth I've ever heard him.
It's really people really talk bad about him, and I'm like, if you outside of the few encounters, I could see why they talk bad about him. But if a normal person met Jameis, you really would like.
He's entertaining.
Like, he's not a bad guy.
He is.
But Kenny Shaw actually put on a phenomenal football camp. Kenny Shaw was a former Florida State wide receiver.
Yeah,
was one of the. I think he was like the number 2 guy during the national. No, he's the 3rd receiver during the national championship. It was Dak Prescott was there. Tons of NFL guys, but damn near all the people that were important for the 2013 national championship were there at his camp, headline with Jameis Winston. And he's launching his Raw Sports Academy.
Well, you know what happens with that?
What?
Current and former players get $3,500 a year to put towards a camp.
Oh.
So if you get 10 players.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I don't
do the math.
That might have been. He might have got them to give that.
Yeah.
To be able to get them to come.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering, I was like, man, how are you getting these? Like, these are some names.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Jameis is giving this, and that's sort of why I want to play because it is funny. Just know that Dak is standing right next to him when he says this.
Right? I went from being a number 1 draft pick to being everybody laugh at me. But guess what? I'm about that business. I'm outworking everybody at my position. I know that right here. Right? But I'm doing things every single day. Commit to the dream. Because that's the thing. We have to go back to being little kids.
All right, and then you get,
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Me too. I was like I became a bigger Jameis fan. Yeah, I already was, obviously, if you listen to this show. But now it's like, wow, I really like this guy. And
the only thing I don't really
I think it's funny that he threw Dak under the bus. I'm out here working harder than everybody in the league.
I know Dak right.
I know Dak right here.
I mean, but the only thing that's not funny about it is people are laughing because of what you elect to put on your social media in the offseason.
Well, I think he meant like that I was throwing mad picks and that I got benched and I'm getting paid $1 million to play.
I don't think that Jameis or his trainer understand what it looks like when they posted it.
Did they have to? After
They
the first one
thought
they
it was
posted?
cool. So just think about it like this: we called that dumb, and we laughed at it.
Uh-huh.
Now, equally as dumb but cooler looking because the man is an alien or a mutant is what Derrick Henry is.
It was not equally as dumb.
It's a dumb drill for any normal human being to do.
Okay, but let's break this down.
But
I know where
Derrick
you're
looks
going.
really cool doing it.
Let's go back through the Jameis archives, if you will.
Okay.
The first thing
EW.
was him. No, hold on. I'm talking about the workout videos.
Oh,
The first thing was him doing up downs, looking like he was 35 pounds heavier than we last saw.
Right. He's awkward. He
That
should
was
not
in
be doing.
someone's front
Yeah,
yard.
he should not be doing anything.
Then he was jumping off a trampoline, like literally
On the
jumping off
beach.
of a trampoline onto the beach. And then he was almost getting knocked out by a punching bag. Completely unsafe. Like none of those compare.
Like Ben Askren out there.
Like when that's stuff that we all could walk out today and do. None of us think we can do what Derrick Henry does because Derrick Henry doesn't look 30
Explain
pounds
what
overweight.
the Derrick Henry workout was again.
He was doing a push-up like with bands hooked to a squat rack while his feet were on
a plyo ball.
A plyo ball.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, there is nothing stable about his workout. Like
if you think that's safe for you to do, then you got issues.
Like everything could have gone extremely bad, and people would have lost their jobs or lives.
I'm sure he signed a waiver.
No, I got that part. No, but still, like you don't want to be the guy who got Derrick Henry hurt because you were doing something that was extremely dumb.
Correct. But you can find things like that online all day of people showing their strength.
I'm sure like there's like
you can find things
there's
like
nothing
Jameis
with
Winston
people
was doing
using-
online all day. It's on TikTok and people laugh at it.
There's no there's no quarterbacks throwing the water heavy bag.
No. That was universally like, dude, that's not only stupid, it's dangerous. It was going at his head. That bag weighs what?
It's a lot.
I mean, I don't know. It's well over 25 pounds.
A lot more than 25.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to. I'm
like,
trying
it's
not to over exaggerate.
It's a heavy bag. It's with water.
But it wasn't.
Like,
It was the, oh yeah.
No,
you're
it
right.
was a heavy
no, you're
bag
right.
of water.
It's
I
well
owned
over
one.
60
Yeah,
pounds.
I owned one of those things. I
Yeah.
know exactly what it was.
Yeah, my man.
That's why I was shocked he did it, because if it would have caught him, it would have caught him good.
All right, we got to take our final break, right?
We do.
All right, we'll take our final break. We'll be right back.
Dan Hicken. I want to be just like you. I figure all I need's a lobotomy and some tights.
Jeff Prosser.
You wear tights? No, I don't wear tights. I wear the required uniform. Tights. Shut up.
Mornings on 1010XL.
The IRS is in full swing for 2021, and if you owe back taxes, listen carefully. While times are still uncertain, check your eligibility for the Fresh Start programs offered by the IRS to reduce or even eliminate your tax problems. Call our special hotline number to find out in minutes if you qualify for these life-changing debt reduction programs green-lighted by the IRS. If you're in a payment plan with no end in sight, have unfiled tax returns, under audit, have a wage or bank levy, or finally just want to know your options, business or personal, call the experts at Republic Tax Relief and stop collections immediately. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau with a 5-star rating from Yelp, this veteran-owned company has the fight you need to take on the IRS. Don't go at it alone. Call their hotline number now, 800-218-5573. That's 800-218-5573. Check your eligibility for tax debt savings today. Call 800-218-5573 or go to republictaxrelief.com.
All Pro Leon Cersei here. Spring season is here, and seeing those green yards and fields is the encouragement you need to visit Coastal Equipment, your Kubota dealer. The only Kubota superstore in North Florida. Check out the full line of Kubota tractors, utility vehicles, and zero-turn mowers. They also carry a full line of tractors and construction implements. Visit Coastal Equipment in Jacksonville and in the Clinton.
Coastal Equipment.
Your North Florida Kubota superstore. Kubota.
Saving money means even more today with gas prices so much higher now. But if you use the free Get Upside mobile app, you can get up to 25 cents per gallon cash back on every tank. Now with promo code 1010XL, new users can earn an extra 25 cents a gallon, up to 50 cents per gallon on your first tank. But don't just take my word for it. Hear from this guy.
Hey, I'm Matt. I drive a lot, so I fill up about every 3 days. I just searched the Get Upside app for stations with the highest cashback offer, and that's where I stop, take a picture of the receipt, and next day, boom, a little extra money in my account. I just cashed out $46 last month, and I like Get Upside because the company's legit, their reviews are top-notch, and they don't data share or sell any of my personal info. Just sign up on my phone and get cash back for what I'm doing anyway.
Download the free Get Upside mobile app on Apple or Android. Use promo code 1010XL and get an extra 25 cents a gallon on your first fill up. Get Upside, get cash back every time you buy gas.
Here's your 1010XL First Coast Community Calendar.
Hope Haven believes in children and youth with special needs and abilities and has developed programs to help ensure their success. Find out more about their employment services and internship program at hope-haven.org.
Big Brothers Big Sisters nurtures local kids and strengthens communities. You build positive relationships that have a lasting effect on young people. Get involved at bbbs.org.
Habitat for Humanity helps families build and improve their homes. If you want to build a better Jacksonville, visit habitat.org.
Join Jacksonville's City Rescue Mission to help transform the lives of the homeless and needy. crmjax.org.
First Coast YMCA helps develop Jacksonville's youth. You can help our children find a better future at fcymca.org.
If you're involved with a community event and you'd like us to help spread the word, visit our website to find out how at 1010xl.com.
Tobacco-Free Florida has many free ways to help you quit nicotine. From free 2-week starter kits of quit aids to free cessation services like Phone Quit and Group Quit. We're even trying out new motivational tactics like 80s rock anthems.
The time is now, and I'm so proud. You're the greatest quitter of all. Tobacco free, won't you believe? You're right there where you wanted to be. You're staying strong, you're standing tall. You're a quitter on a mission to be. You're the greatest quitter. He's tobacco's greatest quitter. You're the greatest quitter. He's tobacco's greatest quitter of all.
Ah, cool. Lasers. Yeah, that's awesome. Maybe we'll just stick to the ways we know work. Visit tobaccofreeflorida.com or call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW for free nicotine patches.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
I tell you the difference between me and them. They're trying to get their ones and trying to get them hands.
You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
Deshaun Watson's attorney. Bless you. Deshaun Watson's attorney, something Harden. What's his name? Rusty Harden.
Yeah.
Said today that all 22 of them girls are lying.
I wish you would have said it like
that.
Too short. Or somebody else.
He said, today we answer the lawsuits filed against our client, Deshaun Watson. Mr. Watson has been adamant that he did not engage in any improper conduct that we strongly believe him.
Now, to his defense, he actually submitted documents disproving some of the women. You didn't see that?
No, what I'm saying is to come out and just say, look, all 22 are lying.
No,
it's a bold move.
No, it's not just saying that they're lying. Like, he had to submit basically the response to what the ladies are saying. So plaintiff Shanae Lawson claims in the lawsuit that she is disgusted by Mr. Watson. Yet, after therapy sessions with him, she bragged to friends and family members about massaging Watson and told them that she thinks he's a kind person. The reason why they needed their names was so that they can actually research the people so that they can go refute what
I'm sure there's going to be plenty of that.
No, I'm saying it's like literally every woman that said that they hated him and were disgusted were literally bragging, like, in their text.
Like, they have it for all 22.
Well, I will say there are some names I don't know.
Because if they do, then you know what needs to happen?
He needs to countersue.
Well, obviously. But even bigger than that is this other attorney that's representing all these women?
Oh, he's gonna get hit with a fraudulent.
Needs
bringing
to
a fraudulent
have,
case.
needs to
I'm
basically
sure.
have his license
I'm
revoked.
sure that, and that's that's my sister brought that up because there's issues that I've had before where basically, you can't just sue. People say you can sue anybody for anything, and that's kind of true. But attorneys can't just take any case because they could lose their license over suing somebody for a frivolous lawsuit. Now, just because they get information and refute it, they'll probably more than likely just get the cases thrown out, and they'll all move on from where they're at.
I got a question. You said it's Marshall Davis, right? That was the one?
That was on one of them.
Okay.
That was just the first one I read.
It says she lied about being alone at the spa with him. She knew there was a security guard present at all times when Mr. Watson was there.
The security guard at the spa where Mr. Watson received the massage stated that the plaintiff was happy and laughing after her interactions with Mr. Watson. She was excited about having worked on the security guard, I guess, they all weren't just at his hotel.
Apparently. No, I know, but is it normal for a security guard to be at a massage place?
Depends on how high end it is. I don't like.
No,
the one I'm getting a massage tomorrow, and ain't no security guards there.
Because he's not walking around with a security guard, is he?
I don't. Or he might have requested one being present, and he may have paid more for it. Those are things that I don't know. That's all kind of new to me. I never really thought about it like that. But I guess it depending on where it's at. Like if it's at a what do you call it? If it's at a like let's say you go to the Sawgrass Marriott, like they have their spa. There may be there may be a security guard there because of the location. They may be able to afford that. But I guess the point in all of it is that, and this is what comes with cases, like they present their case, and then the defendant presents theirs, and if there's true text and there's true emails and there's true correspondence, the first thing that this defense attorney is going to do is say, we need to dismiss this.
I'm just going to say it like this. If Deshaun Watson ends up being innocent of all these, and he can back up that all 22 of these women are lying, he can support that statement.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even talking about the one. That attorney should have everything thrown at him.
Right.
Like I get because you would think that the attorney did the due diligence, right? The danger in saying this about the women is that you don't want to stop women from coming forward. I get all that. But I'm staying away from that for a second. This attorney who has been in the news now for what, 2 months?
Mm-hmm.
If he didn't know that there were even any of these, no, forget that. If all 22 are lying, that attorney should never be able to practice law.
I don't know if they can hit all 22 in line, but they're probably going to get a considerable amount of those thrown out, and they're going to probably use a lot of that information to be able to fight the other ones. The attorney probably just threw all of these at it to try to figure out which ones stick. And the whole goal was never to get it to go this far, which is probably why you saw so much pressure to try to besmirch the name, to try to get him to get him to settle. Because nobody really and then the craziest thing in all of this that you didn't mention is that Deshaun requested a jury trial.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He didn't just say because a lot of civil things can be settled with the judge. He wants to be able to present his case in front of other people.
I guess
so he believes
all the freaky stuff's out. So
but I'm saying that means that he believes that he has, like, to me, if it was just like I wasn't really sure.
Bro, do you know the stuff that would come out in that trial?
You remember?
There's no way that there's going to be 20 separate jury trials.
No.
I'm saying if there's a trial, you know the stuff that would come out. Like
that's what I'm saying. It's not happening.
Even if he's innocent of this stuff, the stuff that would be said.
It's kind of like, remember when I told you, like, if anybody ever put me out, I'm going to tell the truth, the whole truth, and probably embellish a little bit more too.
Against yourself.
You be like, you've already crushed me. So now I'm finna just make it seem like we all just some nasty.
But you ain't Deshaun Watson either.
You're facts, but I'm just saying, if I was Deshaun, I'd do it too. Can't lose nothing. Now what you gonna lose? Your Nike deal? You already lost that.
Yeah.
Your freedom.
Yeah.
Well, no, they're not. If they could have gone to, that's why this guy ain't go to the cops.
Well, we got to go. We'll be gone tomorrow.
Well, there is an investigation in Houston by the police going on right now.
There is.
Oh yeah.
Yep. We got to go. We'll be gone tomorrow night. We'll be back on Wednesday night at 9 o'clock. We'll talk to you guys then. Y'all have a good evening.
Hand me down, been around tradition. You're killing each other for tradition.
1010XL. 1010XL.